Welcome students. I, Preeti Sinhal, an assistant professor at All India Shri Shivaji Memorial Society, College of Hotel Management and Catering Technology, Pune. In this session, we are going to learn about microbes in sewage treatment. The objective of this chapter is to learn about what is sewage, to learn about microbes in sewage treatment, and to learn use of microbes in various ways. So first understand that what is microbes in sewage treatment. How is water or wastewater disposed daily? We know that large quantities of wastewater are generated every day in cities and towns. A major component of this wastewater is human excreta. These municipal wastewater is also called as sewage. It contains large amount of organic matters and microbes, many of which are pathogenic. So what is pathogenic? What do you mean by pathogenic? So pathogens are disease-causing microorganisms such as bacteria, fungi, viruses, which is found commonly in sewage, hospital waste, runoff water from farms, and in water used for swimming. So there are many pathogens which are present. So how is water or wastewater disposed daily? Let's understand that. This cannot be discharged into natural water bodies like rivers and streams directly. As I told you, they have a lot of pathogens in it, which is harmful. Before disposal, sewage is treated in sewage treatment plants. It is known as STPs, to make it less polluting. So treatment of wastewater is done by the heterotrophic microbes naturally present in the sewage. So what is heterotrophic means? An organism that cannot manufacture its own food, instead obtains its food and energy by taking in organic substances, usually plant or animal matter. So all animals, protozoans, fungi, and most bacteria are heterotrophies. So let's understand now the sewage treatment. So ever wonder what happens after you flush the toilet or drain the sink? That's where sewage treatment comes. It's like a giant cleaning process for our wastewater, ensuring that it's safe to return to the environment. Sewage treatment is the process of removing contaminants from wastewater before it is discharged into the environment. It involves physical, chemical, and biological processes to ensure that the water is safe for release. So there are two types of treatments. One is primary, second is a secondary treatment. So let's understand first what is primary treatment. Think of a primary treatment as the first step in this cleaning journey. It's all about removing the big stuff like paper, plastic, and other debris that shouldn't be in our wastewater, but we are not that diligent to take care that these are not supposed to throw on the road or anywhere else. It should be at their proper place in a dustbin, but we are not very careful. So first step, removing the big stuffs, which is paper, plastic, and other debris. Picture it like a giant sieve that catches the junk before it causes any trouble. The first step in sewage treatment involves physical process to remove large solid and debris from the wastewater. So this also includes screening and sedimentation, where gravity settles out suspended solids. So this is how the primary treatment happens. Now let's move to the secondary treatment. Let's talk about secondary treatment where the real magic happens. This is where microorganisms steal the show, working their microscopic wonders to break down pollutants and make the water squeaky clean again. Secondary treatment focuses on biological processes to further purify the wastewater. This is where microorganisms shine as they break down organic matter and remove nutrients from the water. So what is the role of microorganisms in sewage treatment? You must be wondering. So meet the real heroes of sewage treatment, microorganisms. These tiny critters, including bacteria and protozoa, gobble up pollutants like champs, turning them into harmless substances through their natural processes. Microorganisms, particularly bacteria and protozoa, are the workhorse of secondary treatment. As I told you, they consume organic pollutants as food, converting them into simpler, harmless compounds through processes like aerobic and anaerobic digestion. So what is anaerobic and aerobic digestion? So under aerobic treatment, it's like a whole different party. Here, microorganisms thrive in low oxygen conditions, breaking down pollutants without needing a breath of fresh air. In aerobic treatment, oxygen-loving bacteria oxidize organic matter into carbon dioxide, water and biomass. This process occurs in aerated tanks where oxygen is supplied to support microbial growth and activity. So this is known as aerobic treatment. Then comes the anaerobic treatment where oxygen is not present. The next step is nutrient removal. So our microbe buddies aren't just cleaning up the place, they are also keeping things balanced. They are like little gardeners, removing excess nutrients from the water so that it doesn't cause problem downstream. So too much of anything, excess of anything is not good, though it can be a nutrients even. It needs to be in a balanced quantity. So microorganisms also play a crucial role in removing nutrients such as nitrogen and phosphorus from wastewater. Certain bacteria can convert ammonia into nitrate and then into nitrogen gas, which is released harmlessly into the atmosphere. So now let's understand. We understood that how these microorganism works, but what type of microorganisms are there which is used in sewage treatment? So let's meet the stars of the sewage treatment plant: bacteria, protozoa and fungi. Each one plays a unique role in breaking down pollutants and keeping our waterways clean and safe. The microbial community in sewage treatment plants consists of various organisms, including bacteria. In that we have learned about aerobic and anaerobic bacteria that degrade organic matter. Then comes next protozoa, predatory organisms that feed on bacteria and help regulate microbial populations. Then comes fungi, decomposers that break down complex organic compounds. So these are some of the types of microorganisms. Now, what are the different stages? So they do is activated sludge process. So picture a bustling city space made of sludge, activated sludge to be exact. Here microorganisms from tight-knit communities that feast on pollutants, transforming them into harmless byproduct as they settle out of the water. The activated sludge process is a common method of secondary treatment in sewage treatment plants. It involves aerated wastewater to promote the growth of aerobic bacteria, which form flocks or aggregates that settles out in sedimentation tanks. Then another process, trickling filter process. Now let's take a stroll through the trickling filter process. It's like a microbial playground with bacteria clinging to every nook and cranny of the filter media, eagerly devouring pollutants as they trickle through. In the trickling filter process, wastewater is sprayed over the bed of rocks or synthetic media, providing a surface for microbial attachment. Aerobic bacteria colonize the media and degrade organic matter as the wastewater trickles through. So, these are some of the processes. Now, what is the importance of microbial diversity? As we all know, diversity is the name of the game in sewage treatment. Just like in a bustling city, a diverse microbial community ensures that no pollutant goes unchecked, providing redundancy and resilience to keep the process running smoothly. Now, there are processes, but along with that, there are challenges also in sewage treatment. It is not all smooth sailing in the world of sewage treatment. Like any superhero, our microbe friends face challenges from toxic pollutants to aging infrastructures. Toxic pollutants are like the super villain of sewage treatment. They are villains, threatening to disrupt our microbial heroes' hard work. But with proper treatment and monitoring, we can keep these villains at bay and ensure that our water stays safe and clean. Sometimes too much of the good things can be a problem. So excess nutrients in wastewater can lead to algae blooms and other ecological imbalance. Our micropals help keep things in check, ensuring that our waterways stay healthy and vibrant. Then aging infrastructure. Just like any aging hero, our sewage treatment plants need a little TLC from time to time. By investing in infrastructure upgrades and modernization, we can ensure that our microbe allies have the tools they need to keep our water clean for generations to come. Then there are innovative solutions. Luckily, we are not alone in this fight. With innovative solutions like advanced treatment technologies and resources recovery, we are finding new ways to tackle old challenges and create a cleaner, greener future for all. So guys, after this brief session, I will conclude the session by saying that, so here's our microbial superheroes, the unsung champions of sewage treatment. Thanks to their hard work and dedication, we can all enjoy cleaner water and a brighter future. So in this session, we have learned about what is the sewage, or what do you mean by sewage? Then we understood that microbes in sewage treatment, how it helps. Then there are how the water waste is disposed daily. We understood that. And in that, heterotrophic means, what do we mean by heterotrophic microbes? Then we understood that sewage treatment, what it is. After you flush the toilet or drain the sink, where the water goes. What is sewage treatment? In that we have learned that it is the process of removing contaminants from wastewater before it is discharged into the environment. Then we have learned about the types of treatment. In that we have learned primary treatment and secondary treatment. Under primary treatment, we learned that how in the first cleaning journey we remove the screening, we done the screening and sedimentation, where gravity settles out suspended solids, or it is a physical process to remove large solids. Then we have learned about secondary treatment. In that the microorganisms, they steal the show. In that, we have learned about aerobic treatment, nutrient removal, and then we understood that how it works. Then we learned the types of microorganisms. So that there are bacteria, there are protozoa and fungi, which plays their own roles while doing this sewage treatment. There is a different processes involved. So activated sludge process we have learned. We have learned tickling filter process. And at the last we understood importance of microbial diversity. Along with all these points, we have learned the challenges which comes when we are doing all this sewage treatment. So how we face these and how we come over with these challenges. So I will conclude my session over here. Thank you.